Hello, Brick Sculptors, and welcome back to Brick Sculpt. This is Chris, and who's ready for chaos? That's right, I've ripped the entire Lego city apart. Just kidding. We just did some minor disassembly here. As you see on my table, I have all the loose buildings, vehicles, and upper stories of the stuff from my city here, and we've started taking it apart because we are preparing for this show. And this city, I built it with the intention of never moving it, which was a really bad idea. So now I have the horrible task of trying to figure out how to move it. I've got some other things laid out here. Over here I have some gray base plates. That's where all the trees are going to go temporarily. Now the city is looking pretty rough right now. It's missing a lot of stuff. This side is widely untouched, but the downtown is pretty decimated here. I am going to show you how we're going to break this down. It's not perfect. It could have been done better if it would have been thought out better, but this is what we have to work with, so this is what we're doing. Basically, I've created fault lines in the city. So right here, I have a line that goes back, does a little zig, and then right there. So that'll be one piece. The second piece is going to be right here to the harbor. Then we have a fault line going right here up past this house, and then this will be the second section. I have a long one that's going to be the bank, all of this back here together up to the bridge. We have a really small one just for this house. That's just how it worked out. Basically just this square. Going to have one right here. I had to create a really nasty fault line. It took a lot of work. I had to basically break down right here, back through the woods in front of the cabin all the way to the back. I had to rip all that up, tear it out, make sure everything was disconnected. So basically from the bridge to the front of this cabin will be one chunk, and then the rest from the front of that cabin over. This is going to be the biggest chunk. I could still separate it, but I don't think I want to because I don't want to mess with the bridge. But it's not that big. That one is 30 inches by 40 inches. Everything else measured, I think this is 30 by 30. This one's like 15 by 12 and a half or something like that. That one back there is 17 and a half by 50. This one's going to be 35 by 22 and a half, and this one is 35 by 20. That little overlap's just going to hang over. It won't be a big deal at all. So that is the plan. Don't worry, I will do a city update on this shortly once I get it on the boards. What do I mean by that? So I've got it broken into chunks. I need to transfer it. So I have cut all of these boards, which are very specifically cut to those sizes that I had mentioned. That's going to go under each chunk, which will make it in bite-sized pieces that I can take with me. I then have all these blocks I cut, which is just a bunch of scrap wood. I'm going to set it on the blocks so it'll actually sit up above the table. My dad was asking about this project, and he said, "Are you going to move the table?" No, I'm not going to move the table. The table is not a real table. It is bolted to the wall. It has these adjustable legs. It's massive, and it doesn't come apart. That is not going with. Just these on boards. I'm going to set up a bunch of folding tables and then set up the boards on the folding tables, and that's how it's going to make it there. As for this corner, I did not cut this angle. I still might do that. But the reason I didn't, I think I'm going to leave it square. And I think I'm going to put like my Brick Sculpt logo there and maybe the YouTube symbol and maybe a QR code to get to the channel. Now, what do I have to do to get this going? First thing, I got to remove the trees. How am I going to do that and know where they go? This is my plan. We'll see how it works. So I basically just went through my parts and paired up a bunch of bricks like this in different colors. So what I can do is I can take one brick. Let's try this out. Take a tree out. It's going to be hard to do while holding the camera. Put a brick on the bottom of the tree, and then put a brick at where it goes in the city, and hopefully I will be able to match that up again. So that's the plan. Let's see here. We'll put this one over here. I have to do this all one-handed, so bear with me here. Back to the tree, and these trees are kind of fragile. Transporting these is not going to be fun. As for all the stuff on the table, like I said, I am going to put this back on. We still have like 3 weeks or 2 weeks till the show. But all the stuff on the table is going to get transported in like bins of some kind. I got some bins down here. I got more around the house I can use. But the big chunks are what I'm most worried about. So let's get these trees off here. Let's see if we can get these boards under here. Yeah, let's cut to a time lapse here. And I do apologize. I'm very dirty. I'm covered in sawdust. I'm working in the shop here. So don't judge my appearance. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, I've taken all the trees out, at least all the large trees. Anything I've left is stuff that's either small, I don't think will get knocked over, or is not fragile. You know, a lot of these are a lot tougher. The big ones, though, had to come out, but it's looking pretty bare right now. And again, I'm going to put this all back together, and I'll probably do a city update tomorrow when I reassemble everything here. Here's all the trees, and this was very nerve-wracking. These Ultimate Oak Tree 2.0s are super fragile. You can see our color coding system there, and I think it worked out pretty good. We just got little colored blocks sprinkled throughout. I think that's going to work really well. It definitely went according to plan. We have our Ultimate Pine Tree 3.0 and variations of that here, all nicely marked. The Ultimate Pine Tree 2.0s are here. Those are incredibly fragile. I'm really dreading having to figure out how to get those to the show. But I took those off because they're fragile. The rest of the stuff can stay. I've got all the buildings and roofs over here. Now it's time to try to get those boards under there. This is going to be a bit of a struggle, I'm sure. We'll see how it goes. So here we go. Let's jump in. All right, guys. I have no idea what that looked like on film, but that was horrible. That took so much work. Here, let me zoom out a bit. It is up on boards. It's ugly. I will mess with this edge, and I'll probably just cover it up with like black paint or poster board or something. I somehow miscut this board, and I'm not going to cut another one. I'm just going to make a small board here. So that section's missing, but that will get fixed. I did minimal damage. This building got real messed up. You probably saw that in the time lapse, but I fixed it. It wasn't too terrible. I got some plants to put back in. I just kind of, anything that fell out, I just kind of put it in the middle of the board. A couple little connections I had wrong. But for the most part, sorry I'm breathing heavy. That was a lot of work. It's on the boards now, so it is modular-esque. So, well, that's where I'm going to wrap up for today. Tomorrow, I'm going to finish putting it back together, and then I will give you a proper city update video. So if you like this video, please like, please subscribe. If you like this kind of content, we'll be doing more of this in the future. That's all I have for this time, and we will see you next time.